And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Chicago Cubs. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Not even close there. And this one is off and running. Center field. Crow Armstrong makes the catch, and there's one down. And the batter is George Springer. Springer, multi-time All-Star, batting second in today's lineup. He's usually in right field, but today he's getting the DH treatment.
Well, a nice day off for him, not having to jog out to the outfield. Gets to be in the DH spot. Be curious to see how he keeps himself in a rhythm, not playing defense.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Check swing, no appeal.
Gosh, Boog, I think he's trying to deke the pitcher. There's no way he's thinking he can hit that pitch.
That one ran inside, almost got him. Rip towards third. That takes care of Springer. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And that one fouled off. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Hard ground ball, base knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Makes the grab, and that'll do it. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. That one fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
Foul ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Nico Hoerner. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Nope, that's off the plate.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Lucas on the move. Drops into the glove. And that's the 3rd. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Line drive. Dives, and it gets by. And he's got a leadoff triple.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Nathan Lucas in the box now. Takes strike 1. Puts a bunt down. Hoerner on the run. Sends it over to first. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out. So digging in, Addison Barger. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1.
Tap foul at the plate. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. Lifted in the air down the left side. Reaching down and makes the grab. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the DH for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. And there's a foul ball.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings and misses. That K is his 3rd of the game. In half up to hit. The half daddy. Foul ball there. And that is out of play. 1 out, base is empty. Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. And up next for Chicago, Miguel Amaya. They say to win.
0-1's the count.
Just missed. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. On to the 3rd inning. Here's Andres Jimenez. Horton back to work. Jimenez checks his swing. Appeal to 3rd. Nope, he held back. Next pitch is outside. Just missed. To the right side. Throws to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. And that one is in the dirt. And that's ball 1. That was the sweeper, but it missed.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
Fought off foul. 1 down, base is empty. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Ball 4. Tried another curve but couldn't locate it. Here's George Springer.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
And that's downstairs. Ball 2. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And that one's a little bit low. 3-1 now. That's to 3rd, and it stays fair. Happ fires it in. Lead runner holds at second base. 1st and 2nd with 1 down.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Pitch misses, and now 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. Out of here. He circles the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 4-0. Kirk at the plate now. That's ball 1. Swing and a foul straight back. In there at the knees. And the count 1-2. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
This one in the air center field. Crow Armstrong makes the catch. Out number 2.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
First and second, 2 outs. And next for Toronto, Addison Barger. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Throw cut off to third, and he's out easily. But 1 run here on the south side, set for the bottom of the third, and now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
You know, these Cubs definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. And here comes Dansby Swanson. The shortstop takes the ball. Check swing, but he went too far. And the count 1-1.
Ball 2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Matt Shaw now at the plate. Down in the dirt, swing and a miss.
0-1.
Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first in time. 3 up, 3 down. Back here on the south side, here's the second baseman, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Blue Jays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Not only have they already put up a bunch of runs on the board, but they've also made the starter work really hard out there.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Like I said, his pitch count is high, so I got to expect they'll be turning to their bullpen sooner than they had hoped.
A changeup missing. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And there's 1 down. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 1 so far. Not close with that one. 1-0. Jimenez, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, 26 years old, usually a second baseman, but today starting at shortstop. Inside, almost got him.
No strikes.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. And a foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Well, some people think this is no big deal, but I think when you consider the longer throw, the fact that you've got to be able to cover up the middle to your left, it's a big adjustment for him.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Comebacker to the mound. Sends it to first. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1.
The count.
And there's a ball.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Varsho tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. He did not go around. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Bottom four, stepping in, Michael Busch. And first offering is fouled off. And that one is inside ball one. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Strikeout number 8. Here's Kyle Tucker. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Swung on, belted. Barger going back. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. And now here is Nico Hoerner. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
The Cubbies still looking for their first hit in this one. Lifted in the air, right center field. And that is that. Back at right field. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, George Springer. And that one clips the corner.
0-1.
He swings and fouls one off. Curve in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Next offering misses down and away.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Hard hit left side. In time to Busch. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. And the slider just misses.
I love the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007 and Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs.
Outside low, and the count is 2-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. So up next, Alejandro Kirk. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Slider for a strike. Fly ball down the line. Tucker on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Now here is Seiya Suzuki. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Cubs, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
And that's a fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Comes up empty.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. That just misses, and it's 2-2. Zach bunt towards third. Hung up in a rundown now. Clement over to first. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. Miguel Amaya, the next to hit. And a swing and a miss there.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
And a base hit, and that keeps the inning going. Now here is Pete Crow Armstrong. Yeah, that's fouled off. Amaya leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something.
A swing and a miss. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Next pitch is outside. And that one finds its way through. And a good start to the inning.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And that misses. And 1-1. This one lifted in the air, left field. Happ makes the catch. Now there's one away. So digging in, Addison Barger. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Runner on the go. Up the middle, corner. To first, no chance at the double play with the runner in motion. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 2 in this one. Swings through that one for strike 1. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in.
Well done. Drives in the run. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Drew Pomeranz.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Runner at second, 2 down, and we're the top half of the 6th. Fair ball. Runner from second crosses the plate. Not in time. He's safe.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That could be a real. really tough pitch to handle, a front door breaking ball, but he did a great job staying in there, keeping that front shoulder closed. He didn't spin off the ball and hook it foul, which happens so many times.
Popped in the air, left field. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter will be the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, the guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. As a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Way upstairs, and the count is even, 2-2.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Shaw now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. And a foul ball. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. And that skips in the dirt. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So the batting order turns over, and here is Michael Busch. And first offering is fouled off.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Swing and a miss. And he strikes. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Do you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruin some.
Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Daniel Palencia.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And a swing and a miss. So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards, and his mom tossed them because, you know, what did she know? So I made my mom keep all my baseball cards, and I really don't have any that are valuable. And that story stunk by me. Anyway. Guerrero stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Swanson. And Guerrero is set down.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
Kerr stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a foul out of play. 2 outs, base is empty. That one at triple digits. Swings and misses. Set for the last half of the 7th. So up now for Chicago, Kyle Tucker. Gausman back to work. That is upstairs for ball 1.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right. This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
And a swing and a miss. That's a baker's dozen strikeouts for him in this game. Nico Hoerner, the next Cub to hit. And that's in there for strike 1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
That gets down for a hit.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Suzuki up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. And a big swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And he adds another strikeout to the pile. 14 now. So 2 down now. And here is Hoerner on the go. Pitch is low. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Next offering is in for a strike. Hoerner at second with 2 down. And that one in the air center field. Varsho makes the grab. And that ends the inning. Back here on the south side, here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. That one not close. And that is ball 1. And there's the strike. That one missed. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Just kept